Hello, everyone from America House Chisinau. My name is Margareta Kalugier. I am the program manager at America House. Today, we are going to talk about the application process for the 2022-2023 Global UGRAD program. Our special guest today is Irina Colin. Irina is the Cultural Affairs Specialist from the US Embassy to Moldova. Thank you, Irina, for making time for us and being willing to explain to us what is this program about and how to apply to it correctly. Before starting, dear viewers, if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments section. And now let's start. Dear Irina, could you present the Global UGRAD program, what it is and who is its target group?
Okay, thank you, Margarita, for inviting to do this informational session. And I hope we have students who are interested in this program. Before I start, I would like to say what nice present we have from the universe. We have snow for Christmas, and it's really, really Christmas, and New Year is coming. And happy Christmas to those who already celebrated, and Happy New Year to those for everyone who will be celebrating these holidays in a few days, a new year. Global UGRAD. So I have a presentation. We can go with presentation. Here is, and you see our embassy website where we have information on all our programs that US government announces in Moldova and sponsors in Moldova, including Global UGRAD program. I advise you to visit our website frequently because we announce there not only Global UGRAD, but many other programs. Today, we will speak about Global UGRAD program. Before I go into details, I want to show you a few pictures. And here we have a group of UGRAD students from different countries. And if you see in the front, we have two Moldovans who are in Moldovan ears and have a Moldovan flag. So these are Anna and Diana who participated in 2019 in Global UGRAD program. All of participants gather in Washington, D.C. for a seminar at the end of the program. And here we have Diana with her friends in front of Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. when they had this workshop. And we will talk about the workshop as well. Also, this is an opportunity for our Moldovan participants to share their experiences and Moldovan culture with Fulbright, not Fulbright, with Global UGRAD participants. So in next picture, we have Diana, who is sharing Martișor. If you see, everyone has a Martișor. So a piece of Moldovan culture was shared, and students from different countries learn about Moldova and learn about our Martișor tradition. Also, program allows our participants to do different activities. And in this picture, we have Diana, who visited a school in the US, met and talked to younger people, young Americans, and gave them Moldovan flag. Again, she shared information about Moldova. She promoted Moldova in the United States. So one more picture we have. Here you see at the same workshop in Washington, D.C., Diana and Anna are making presentation about Moldova. And here they have picture in, again, you see a little bit better. They are in EAS and with Moldovan flag, promoted Moldova. Here we have Aliftina, a previous participant for this program, meeting at her university, a famous professor that she wanted to meet, and here she is meeting him in person. As you see from all these pictures, Global UGRAD program offers a lot of opportunities. What is Global UGRAD program? Global UGRAD program, one more picture. Again, this is Aliftina at the University of Missouri. Different participants go to different universities. In this case, it was University of Missouri. And why US government would sponsor this program? And the goal is to increase mutual understanding between our two nations, between Moldova and the United States. As you already saw, our Moldovan participants go to the United States to learn about the United States and also to speak about Moldova. So there is this mutual understanding. And the goal is, if we understand each other better, it will be a much better life for everyone. What does the program offers? As you see, why to apply? Because those who win the competition have experience at the university in the United States. They meet many Americans, students, families, just people in different activities they meet, so they know more Americans. They grow professionally because the universities offer a lot of different activities, not only studies, but there are many, many other activities. And our students, those who participate in the program, grow professionally by attending different activities. They make contacts with many different people, not only Americans, because at US universities, there are many different students from different countries, from various countries in the world. So people meet different students, make contacts with Americans and with these students. And of course, as a bonus is that every participant practice English and improves English. So these are the reason why you should consider applying for UGRAD program. I think Margareta may have different questions.
Thank you very much for this global presentation. Now, let's talk about the eligibility criteria for this program. Who can apply to it?
Okay. I have here in my presentation the main point for eligibility requirements. If you will go to our website, there are more in details, but I will mention a few of them. So this program is for citizens of Moldova. US government, we see this as a program for Moldova. It is investment in Moldova through this program. That's why the program is addressed to citizens of Moldova and students who live permanently in Moldova, who study right now here in Moldova. We also have Transnistrian region of Moldova. And for those students who study in Transnistria and live in Transnistria permanently, the citizenship could be the citizenship requirement could be exempted. So they can apply having citizenship of different countries. But in general, citizenship of Moldova and the requirement to live permanently in Moldova. Also to be enrolled, to be a student at a university in Moldova. At the undergraduate level, it is equivalent here in Moldova, licența, at the licența level of university in Moldova. Those who are not eligible, these are students of the last year. If it is 3-year program, then only students of first and second year can apply. If it is a 4-year program, first, second, and third year students can apply. And if it is a 5-year program, as some technical universities majors are 5-year long programs, then first, second, third, and fourth year students can apply. So clear, the last year students cannot apply because the program requires to come back and to continue at least one semester at your home university. Of course, proficiency in English, both written and spoken, and students at the certain step of the competition, they are asked to take TOEFL. And also there is a requirement eligibility for US J1 visa. Those who come to the last step of competition, they apply for J1 visa, and we hope everyone will be eligible for this. Yeah, there are some other requirements like be older than 18 years old, graduate, also students have to have already high school graduated also in Moldova. Students or the program gives preference to those students who have little or no experience in the US, because somebody who lived there for 2 years on different reasons and apply for program will have much less chances that those students who never traveled to the United States. So I would advise you to go to our website to see all the details, because one page, one slide, it's not enough. But the main eligibility requirements are here on this slide.
And now let's talk more in details about the UGRAD program itself, what it is, and
what does it offer?
What is the experience students will get out of it?
Yes. So UGRAD program offers our Moldovan students 1 semester of full-time studies at US University. You may know that in the past it offered 1 year, but now it's shortened and the program offers 1 semester. And this could be different semester, could be fall semester or spring semester. Students do not select which semester. Those who are selected already are offered a semester, and it could be fall or spring semester. Also, what the program offers that our students live with Americans, because they live in dormitories. The program covers everything, including housing. So our students live in dormitories. Usually it is more than 1 person in a room, and the program tries to place foreign students, including Moldovans, with Americans to live together. As I mentioned before, the program also offered a leadership workshop that usually is organized in Washington, D.C. at the end of the program. And we hope that pandemic situation will allow us to have this leadership workshop next year, as well as this current year. At least at this point, it is planned, and we consider it will take place. So also, the program offers a lot of different professional development opportunities. Because at each university, there are many, many different opportunities to attend different classes or to participate in different activities, to take something occasional, different classes, as well as participate in different clubs. Everything, all of these activities do help students to develop professionally. As 1 semester study, the program requires for students to take 4 courses, one of which should be something on American studies. It could be US economy, US literature, US history, US legislation system, law system, anything related to US. This is obligatory, as well as 2 major courses related to your major here, and 1 course of your choice. Some students take more than 4 courses and take additional courses, because this is a great opportunity for students to take a course that they cannot take here at your home university, or it is not offered here. And practically all students take more than 4 courses, just because they have this opportunity to get something in addition. And some of them take courses that are related to their major here in Moldova, or some students take something like a course how to make photography or academic writing, or something that is of general knowledge that will help them, or something that they like. I think last year student took courses of American theater because she likes it. Some other students took international or world economy or something. So there are many, many different opportunities, and students take additional courses. And the last point we have here, this is 20 hours of community service. Community service, this is voluntary work for some organization. And the program requires 20 hours for the whole semester. And all students have much more than just 20 hours. And this community service could be at any organization, whatever a person likes or is involved already here. Somebody works at veterinary clinic, helping treating animals. Some people work with high school students, as we saw in the picture. Some students work at elderly homes. Some work at post office, or many different opportunities at university campus, helping with organizing different club events or any other activities. There are many different options for students to be involved in community service that they can do at the university or in the community where university is located. So there are many opportunities for this.
Dear Irina, could you tell us, please, if has anything changed in the application process from last year? And if yes, what exactly?
So one change is related to English level, because in the past, the program requirement was already in eligibility requirement to have TOEFL not below 61 points, 61 score. This year, there is no this requirement, and the level, yes, semi-finalists will be asked to take TOEFL, but if the student is very good in all other aspects, then the program can offer some additional courses of English. That's why this requirement is not among other requirements for the eligibility. Another change was the deadline. Last year, we just announced in January, and the deadline was, I think, March 1st. This year, we announced early. It was November 15, and the deadline is January 6th. So we still have some time for you to apply. Other changes, there are no major changes. Some logistical changes related to COVID and requirements for vaccination and all that stuff, but this is not at this stage. In general, 99% the requirements and the process is the same as it was last year. No major changes.
Okay, thank you very much. And now let's talk about what does the program cover financially for students.
One of the major point for this program is that fully funded program. It is funded by US government. It is funded by US people. And as I mentioned before, it is US government investment in Moldova through this program. And those few participants who are selected, they are lucky to be part of the program and to bring this investment into Moldova after they finish program in the US. So it is free for students. Sometimes I do hear that people say free program. Yes, it is free program for students. Free program for students. I would repeat it. Yes, but it is not free in general. There is nothing free in this world, as we all know. So somebody pays for it. And in this case, it is paid by American people. So US citizens pay their taxes to the government, and US government has this opportunity to offer scholarships to Moldovan students to go to the United States and study there a semester and come back, and to use their knowledge, their ideas, their contacts here in Moldova and make Moldova better by applying their new knowledge and their experiences here in Moldova. So again, it is free for students, and it is funded by US government. What does it cover? I would like to say it's fully covered by the United States government. So it is, it includes round-trip tickets from Chisinau Airport to the closest airport to the university, to the host university, and back to Moldova. Also, the program covers tuition for studies at this university in the United States. In addition to housing and meals that are covered by the program. And as I mentioned, usually our students live in dormitories and have university meal plan where food is covered. Participants also receive a living stipend. This stipend is for small expenses that are not covered directly by the program. This is like internet, local transportation, a little bit of different other small expenses. Also, program covers fees for TOEFL test, as well as visa test, and the program organizes pre-departure orientation. One is done by U.S. Embassy here before students go to the United States, and one is done virtually after arrival to the U.S. before they start the program. Again, the program is fully covered, and it is covered by American people. This is the beauty of the program. Everything is covered. The students do not pay anything for this program.
And now let's take a look at the 2022 timeline. Could you explain it to us?
Yes, the program we announce now and we receive applications now is for the following academic year, for the academic year 2022-2023. So the deadline is January 6th. This is the red line, and it is in red color. This is the last day when you can submit the application. The application is online, and you have to submit it before January 6th, not on January 6th, but before January 6th, including January 6th. So do not leave it for the last day. Try to submit application a little bit before January 6th. So this is the first step of the competition. As I mentioned before, the program is based on competition. So the best students are selected. The second step, though, after the deadline, applications are reviewed technically and also reviewed by a group of, we call it selection committee members. A group of people read applications and select the best applicants for interviews. And the interviews this year will happen in late January or February. So not everyone is invited for interview, and those who have very strong application and have complete application, they will be invited for interview. And after interviews, those who will be selected at that stage will be asked to take TOEFL. And usually we ask students to take TOEFL in March, so that the results are already ready by April. And somewhere at the end of April, we will know who is approved for participation, because the final decision is not made here in Chisinau, but the final decision is made by the program, by colleagues in Washington, D.C., who administer the program. And after students are notified that they are offered this scholarship, they start different logistical preparation, and then we invite them for pre-departure orientation somewhere in July. And they also learn which semesters they will participate in the program. Some students will participate in the fall semester that will start in August 2022, and some students will participate in spring semester that will start in January 2023. So as you see, the process is long. You apply now in January, and first people will leave in August, and there will be people who will be leaving in January. So it's almost a year from now, half a year for some people, and 8 months for some people, and then a year for other people.
Let's talk about the actual online application for the Global UGRAD program.
Yes,
how
as I mentioned,
can students apply?
Yes, the application is online, And I would advise you to go to our website. And on our website, you will see, you will see there exchanges. First, you will see education and grants. You go under education, you go to local programs. Under local programs, you find exchanges. When you go to exchanges, you will see different categories, programs for professionals, programs for high school students, program for undergraduate students for, so based on the name of this program, Global UGRAD Program, Global Undergraduate Program, you will find information about Global UGRAD Program. And for you to understand, it is administered by the embassy here in Moldova, but in the United States, it is administered by an organization called World Learning. And World Learning receives a grant from US government to administer this program in the United States. And on our website, you will see information about the program, eligibility requirements, and then at the end, you will see links to World Learning website where you can learn more information about the program, and you will see a link to the application. So you go to that link and register to start the application. The application is online. You start the application, and online application has different questions, and you answer all questions. We call it biodata, where you put your address, your age, your university, your year of studies, and all the information that is required by the application. You go step by step, page after page. It's not complicated. You will see it's very easy. And then application will ask you about essay, and also will ask you about transcripts, about letters of recommendations. And let's speak about transcripts. So transcript is certificate academic in our situation. This is the document that shows what subject you are studying and what grades you have for those subjects and how many credits for each subject you have. For students who are in their first year, they will submit for their first semester only. Those who are on second or third year, they will have academic certificate or transcript for every semester. And the document transcript has to show every semester separately, whatever subject you studied, how many credits and grades you received for each semester. So this is a transcript called transcript, and it should be in English. From experience, I know that many universities, I think all our universities, can issue it directly in English. Or if you don't have it in English, then you take it in Romanian language, but then you also translate it into English. If you translate by yourself without university signature, then you put unofficial translation and you translate. Those who will be selected, we will ask for the official document later. But at the moment of application, you submit, you scan your document and upload into application. The application will also ask for 2 recommendation letters, and one should be from a university professor, and this letter should speak about you as a student, how good you are at academic studies. And then the second letter should be also from professor, but it is better when it is from a different person who knows you from a different side of your life, not only as a student, but maybe as a volunteer at some organization, or maybe as a participant who practices sport, or maybe working at a voluntary organization or helping somebody. So one letter will describe you as a student, and the second letter will describe you as a person doing something for the community. And on recommendation, I would like to mention that please don't look for the names. So it's not necessary to have a letter signed by the rector of the university or the dean. Yes, if they know you personally and can describe, okay, you can have this letter. But at least I think, and from my experience, I see that a letter from a professor who communicates with you quite often, it's much more stronger for the application, because the professor can describe you as a student, about your style of learning, of studies, and how active you are at classes or at discussions. And this letter, when they have details to describe you, it tells about you much more to the selection committee than a letter signed by the rector, but has 3 lines saying you are a good student and you are active and excellent and we do recommend you. Letters of this kind, even they are signed by somebody with a high position, don't tell selection committee much about you. And because it's a competition, you would like your application to be stronger than others. So think well about whom you ask a letter of recommendation from, who will be willing to write a good letter in terms of describing you in more details and having a little bit more than just one short paragraph about you. And the same about the second letter as well. And now let's go to personal statement and essay. So in the application, you will see that they will ask you a personal statement where you can tell a little bit about yourself, and an essay. So the application offers you 3 topics and you choose which one you would like to write on. So it is one of these 3 topics that you choose to write an essay. Again, you see here deadline is January 6th. It is not possible to apply to do everything on January 6th. You need to talk to professor, you need to talk to somebody else at the who knows you for a recommendation letter. You cannot tell them, please write, and the person will sit immediately and write. Give them time a little bit so that they have a day or 2 or 3 to find time to write about you a letter. As well, you need to contact your university in advance to request a transcript so you can upload it into the application. Don't leave it for the last 2 or 3 days. If you would like to apply and to have strong application, you have to start working now, so you have a few days to prepare and to submit application on time.
So this program also, the application process also involves an interview. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, interview, as I mentioned. So this is one of the steps of this competition for the program. Remember, this is competition and we would like to select best of the best. A point I would like to mention that we do not look for students who have only 10s as their grades or marks. We would like to have students who are active students, who are leaders in student community, but also who are doing something for the community, participating in voluntary activities in different non-governmental organizations, or doing something for their community where their home is, or here in Chisinau, helping somebody. And where we can learn about this, one place where you can describe this is your personal essay, where you can put information. But another option for you to tell about yourself, this is interview. And to be ready to interview, you have to prepare yourself for interview. Think about possible questions that interview panel members will ask you, and think about answers to those questions. Learn more about the program. Have an idea how the program works, what you expect in the United States, why you want to go to the United States, why you want to participate in this program. Maybe you know someone or find someone who already participated in this program. And you can find alumni of Global UGRAD program through America House. They can put you in contact with some alumni, or you can go to a website of the program, and they have their different information, and you can find alumni for this program. You can read their feedback about the program. So learn about the program, understand how it works, what it offers, and have a very clear idea about the program. Also, think about yourself and what you want to tell the selection committee members about yourself. Don't get it as a given that you will be able to explain it. You have to prepare this self-presentation. You have to think what you want to tell and what is the order of those facts that you would like to tell the CELCOM, because you have to have this information ready. You will be asked some questions, and you can contribute answering those questions. You can put your information into answers to different questions. And our advice is rehearse self-presentation. Literally, take a friend and imagine that the friend is a selection interview panel member and ask you question, and you speak loudly about yourself and have very clear points what you want to tell the interview panel about yourself. If you don't have now a friend because everyone is traveling these days or enjoying holidays, so take a mirror and talk to yourself, but rehearse self-presentation. You will be surprised very much that it is not easy to have logical structure of your thoughts about yourself, what facts you want to tell about yourself when you are in this interview. I would advise don't be stressed, but it's still a little bit of stressful situation. And to be able to present yourself, you have to rehearse. So that's a very important advice. And of course, be ready on time. Many events now are done online. Check your technology before you start, and also dress for success. So remember, we select best of the best students, and it should not be something expensive, but it should not be also a pajama or something like this. So be professional. We do want people to present Moldova, those who are professional people.
And now let's talk a little about the essays. It's another very important requirement for applying for this program.
Yes, for sure, because again, this is competition. And the first selection barrier or selection step is for selection panel to read applications. And to have a strong application, you have to stand out somehow so that the selection committee members will select you for the next step, for the interview. And to have a strong application, you have to have strong ideas in your essays. There are two essays. One, it is personal statement, and one will be on one of three topics that the application offers. So again, think well what you want to put in those essays and have it well structured. Have main idea and then provide supporting ideas or details, and then summarize in different words the same idea with some conclusions. Also incorporate in essay some information about yourself, something that is unique about yourself, that not every student has it. So it's not sufficient to say my name is and I was born in a village and that rayon. That's nothing specific about you. You should think what is interesting and what is valuable about your activities. Yes, you are a student, you study, you go to classes, but what else you are doing? And also incorporate your ideas for selection members, committee members to see your thinking, your views. So this is the only place in your application. These are 2 essays that you can incorporate these ideas. When you write, be specific and concise. So you include this information, you include some facts very logically. And of course, you have to proofread for grammar and vocabulary. Maybe you should look into dictionary to find good words for different activities. Try to make it interesting. And of course, proofread for grammar mistakes or for typos. It's understandable that we all make mistakes, but you have enough time to go through it and to check it. Because when people, selection committee members, they read applications, they see these typos, they see grammar mistakes, and they think, if the person couldn't write 1 page of essay and couldn't find this time, does this person really want to travel to the United States? It requires much more effort later. So it's much better to select somebody who is more attentive and wants to put effort before even applying. When you write your essays, put them aside and then return the next day and see how you put your thoughts. Was it well structured? Did you use right words to explain what you wanted to explain? And ask somebody to review, to read, and see if they understood your ideas the way you wanted to present them. Because sometimes you think one way, but when somebody reads, they see something different, or it's just unclear what you wanted to say. So an advice from a friend would be helpful for you to finalize and to polish your essay, and then you already incorporate it into applications. And the most important point here, do not plagiarize. Do not plagiarize. And I will repeat the 3rd time, do not plagiarize. We do see sometimes people use ideas from different sources, and we all know internet, Google is our best friend, but do not plagiarize. Put your ideas. If you want to be selected, think well about something and put your ideas. If you want to quote somebody, use the right structure to quote correctly. But remember, the selection committee members, they are interested to learn about you, to learn what you think, how you see the world, what are your visions. So put your thoughts into essays. Do not plagiarize. That's important.
Dear Irina, could you tell us what are the most frequent mistakes made by students when applying, and how can they avoid them?
So when people apply, as I mentioned, don't think that you can do it in 1 day. It's not enough. Some people procrastinate and they leave it for, there are still 2 weeks. And then they come a week before and they don't manage because there is no professor that they wanted to ask for a letter is busy. So they have to ask somebody else. Or they don't have their computer, there is some problem and they cannot write or submit application, or something else is happening and they leave it on for the last day. First advice, don't leave it for the last 2 days. Try to work early and to submit application a few days before the deadline. The second point will be, again, your essays. Do not write them just in 5 minutes and submit. Write them, put aside, and then in a couple of hours or next day, look again for it, because it's very clear when you read 20 applications one after another, you see some essays are strong and you see that the person did think before writing how to structure, what to put, and some are just whatever came to that mind at the first try. So remember, the program is selecting people based on competition, and the best ones will be selected. So another mistakes that students do, I will repeat myself, but they don't think well about, they don't prepare them well for the interview. Think before interviews about questions, learn about the program, because when people come to interview and we ask, we as the selection committee members, I'm not the selection committee member, but I sit at the interviews and I see all students at the interview. And when they ask why you are applying for this program, why you want to participate, and the answer is, why not? And this is immediately a big minus for you, because when you say why not, it means you didn't really want to go. You just saw the announcement. Why not? Let's try. So think well how you will present, how you will answer to these questions. Yes, it is a stressful situation maybe for students. They don't go to interviews every day. And the selection committee members, they do understand it's stressful for students. And maybe some of them say, why not, just because it came to their mind the first 2 words. But try to avoid this and think, well, what kind of questions you may get and what to say and how to prepare yourself for interview. Don't get it as given that you will come and you will be answering all easy questions. Yes, there are students that are very, very good at interviews, but very often we understand and we see it that people just are not prepared. They are good, but they didn't spend 1 or 2 hours preparing themselves for interviews.
And now I would like to ask you a question in order to resume a little bit our session. What is the overall experience the students who get accepted will get in terms of benefits, personal and professional development?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I do talk to many students who come back from the program, and 99% of the students say that this is a life-changing experience. Spending 1 year at a US university at this point of your stage, when you are still a student, you can see a lot in the United States. You learn about the United States. You learn from different other students about their countries. You learn about US educational system. You are preparing yourself to apply for other programs, because one of my advices would be apply for this program. And if you are not selected, apply next year if you're eligible. Because this is experience. When you prepare your application, when you write your essays, when you take TOEFL, when you are invited for interviews, this experience makes you much more stronger applicant, not only for our programs, but also for any other programs. We did this presentation 2 weeks ago for different audience, and we had an alumna from this program who now is in London. She came back. She studied, she graduated her university here in Moldova, applied for master program in Great Britain, and now she is studying in Great Britain. So the person, and by the way, she applied two times in a row, in 2 years in a row. So she applied, she was not selected, and then she applied next year and she was selected, because she already had this experience of interview and of preparing application. So, and also, you remember, if you don't knock into the door, no one will open. So until you apply, you will not be selected. But if you apply and you are selected, you get a lot. And remember, this is investment of US people into Moldova. And you can bring to Moldova this knowledge. It is a free program for you. You get this scholarship from American people, and then you bring it to Moldova, and you make Moldova our place much better for all of us to live. This is a great opportunity for you to contribute to Moldova's development, and you will feel much better, not only by developing yourself personally, professionally, but also by helping Moldova. And afterwards, those who participate in the programs, they become alumni of the program. And when they come back, they have a lot of other opportunities from US government, again, to implement their new ideas and maybe different projects and share it with students or communities or with other alumni. So this is a great program for you to apply. And here on the screen, you see again the website of the embassy where you go and apply for our programs. You also see a World Learning website. And if you go to both of these websites, you will be taken to the link for the online application. And if you have questions, we have a team at the US Embassy who is administering different exchange programs, and they will be happy to answer your questions. Please do not hesitate and ask questions, and you can send your questions to this email address, educationmoldovastate.gov, and we will be able to answer your questions. So again, the deadline is January 6th. You still have time to apply, and I hope very much to see some applications from you, from those who are now in the audience, and listen to our advices, to our information, and that your application will be the strongest one, and some of you will be selected.
Thank you very much, Irina, for accepting our invitation to talk about this program. I hope that the Moldovan students feel now more encouraged and motivated to apply without fear, and of course, to do it correctly in order to have all the odds in their favor. Dear audience, thank you for watching this informative session about the Global UGRAD program. I wish you all good luck with the application process. And on behalf of the America House team, I hope you all have wonderful winter holidays and a happy new year filled with happiness and many new amazing opportunities.
Happy holidays to everyone.